Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 playing around here with the brand new L4 Siege rocket launcher. So initially I did not actually get this weapon on my Xbox One account, which is of course the account I mainly play Black Ops 3 on. Yesterday, with the entire implementation of groups, I decided to hop on my PlayStation 4 account and make a group for NerosCinema fans, and while I was there I realized that I also have the Season Pass over there on the PlayStation 4, therefore I had one free weapon bribe along with 10 free rare supply drops. With my weapon bribe, ironically, I got the Iron Gem again, which is the same weapon I got out of my weapon bribe over on my Xbox account. But while I was opening up my rare supply drops, I ended up getting the L4 Siege, the brand new rocket launcher that's been made available to Black Ops 3 over the course of the past week. And I wanted to make a video talking about how this weapon works, how it performs, and whether or not it's good, because so many people out there are saying this is like one of the worst weapons in the history of COD. I would agree if you want to use it as a weapon, but if you're using it as a launcher, it's actually kind of not so bad. It's kind of good, actually. We're going to be showing gameplay of that here in this video. So first things first, we're going to show you guys what's like against infantry, and this is going to be against bots because this weapon is so ridiculously bad that it was useless for me in the multiplayer. Like, I rarely, if ever, got kills with it. It's bad, right? So you guys are watching gameplay here. This is what the rocket launcher is like. The L4 Siege is interesting because it's actually a semi-automatic rocket launcher in that you can fire it very, very quickly. And to balance that, they made it so the rockets actually do reduce damage, right? So fires smaller rockets that deal reduced damage is right there in the tooltip. It's also a semi-automatic free fire or lock-on rocket launcher, depending on if you're going to be trying to take out people, if you're trying to take out score streaks. So as you guys can see here, trying to take out people does not work out very well. It's very hard to aim this thing, and especially if you're on the run. Like, if you're trying to hit somebody on the run with this thing, good luck. You need to have some really good accuracy there, but it could definitely be rewarding if you actually get a couple of kills with it. I noticed while playing bots here that if I would occasionally stumble upon somebody who had flak jacket, it would require me to direct impact them 3 times to kill somebody who has flak jacket, which is kind of insane. But at the same time, it's good because who likes getting blown up by a rocket launcher? I don't think anybody does. I think a lot of us still have a bit of PTSD from Modern Warfare 2 when everybody was just running around with grenade launchers, or before that, the javelin glitches, the stinger glitches. Just, I've been blown up so many times in Call of Duty that if it were never to happen again, it would be too soon. So I'm okay with the fact that the L4 Siege is pretty subpar at actually taking out people. How does it perform if you're trying to take out score streaks? So it's actually pretty good, in my opinion, up against score streaks because of the fact that it's actually semi-automatic. Now, to balance this, again, they make it so that these shots deal reduced damage, and they also make it so you only have 4 shots in your entire L4 Siege by default. If you are running Scavenger, you can actually pick up 4 extra shots, so you can have a maximum of 8 shots on you at one time. And then because of that, this is actually a pretty good launcher for taking out especially small score streaks. If a UAV goes up in the air, you lock onto it once, and if you stay locked onto it, you can just fire rapidly 2 rockets towards that UAV, then bam, it's dead. It's not too uncommon, because I'm sure you guys have seen this happen many, many times in Black Ops 3 so far, for somebody who's running UAV to also be running counter UAV, and for them to get both of those streaks at once, put up their UAV and their counter UAV all at once. If you're using this thing, you lock onto UAV, bam, bam, dead. You lock onto the counter UAV, bam, bam, dead. Things are gone in like a matter of 4 or 5 seconds. It's ridiculously quick because as long as you stay on target, you can actually just fire multiple shots at once. How does this actually perform against real score streaks? Now, I don't have too much actual gameplay of me versus actual score streaks in the online multiplayer because, as you guys know, if you guys have ever tried to get gold or diamond on your launchers, it's completely dependent on whether or not the opposing team is going to get score streaks. And since I was running with a party of subs from my group last night, they didn't have a lot of score streaks, so I don't have too much gameplay of that. So I decided to, again, go against bots. In a private match, I put 4 normal bots on the other team. I made it so it's team deathmatch. I put the score limit on unlimited, and basically just let them kill me over and over until they actually called in some score streaks. Unfortunately, the only score streaks they ever called in were Raps or the Talon, but I have gameplay of me destroying both those things here in this video. So this is what it's like. You can actually lock on and destroy a Talon very, very easily. In terms of trying to take out a Raps deploy ship, however, it's a bit more difficult because the Raps deploy ship obviously has a lot more health. The way I figured this out, and I'm not saying I know the exact numbers or the exact details on the L4 Siege launcher here, but I feel as though every single one of these rockets does about 50% of the damage as if you were shooting like an XM53, for example, whereas one XM53 rocket will kill a UAV. It takes 2 with the L4 Siege here. So I'm basically figuring it along those lines, where basically 2 shots from the L4 Siege is the equivalent of 1 shot from the XM53. But the thing is, you don't have to relock onto the thing or anything like that. It's just very rapid, bam, bam. It can take things out. But again, it's not amazing at taking out these things compared to, let's say, an XM53. But where it does kind of shine is if there's like a land-based score streak. Let's say there is a Cerberus running around, or if there's, for example, a hardened sentry. This thing can be spammed because it's actually incredibly accurate, right? I actually have some gameplay here of me free firing essentially a UAV down without actually ever aiming at it, right? So it can be accurate. It's ridiculously accurate, actually, and you can actually use that against like a Cerberus or a hardened sentry or something along those lines, right? It can be helpful for that. Is this thing the greatest rocket launcher in the history of man? No. Is it fun to use? I would say, because I like the semi-automatic nature of it, where you can kind of just spam it, and plus if you are running scavenger, you can pick up some extra rockets, but it definitely does have a lot of balancing factors around it, like the fact that it only has 4 shots by default. It takes 2 shots even to kill a UAV, so there isn't a lot of actual killing power with this. And if you're trying to take out actual people, it can be pretty weak, because unless you direct impact them, it's typically going to get hit marker, and if they're running flak jacket, it's going to take 3 direct impacts, so that's kind of insane. So overall, it's a fairly average to below average launcher, I would say. I enjoy using it because it's something new and something interesting. I'm a bit disappointed to have it on my PlayStation 4 account as compared to having it on my Xbox One account, where of course I have Dark Matter and Prestige Master and all that stuff. I wish I had it on there because I could get Dark Matter for it, and I'd probably honestly use it a little bit more because I play on the Xbox more than I do the PlayStation. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. Those are my general thoughts and opinions towards the L4 Siege launcher. It's okay. It's at first I thought it was just awful, because I thought I could use it as if it were like an RPG or a small. Turns out really not the case. It is not very good for killing people. Now obviously there are some people out there that can kill people with it. Obviously it's possible to kill people. It's just anything's possible in Call of Duty if you get bad enough players on the other team, I suppose. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a rating. Let me know your thoughts on the L4 Siege in the comment section below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.